YouTube, I shall try this and shall hope that this message shall be heard in its entirety before you cut my recording. Anyway, I want to say this to you, especially the leaders of all the nations. There's a way that I've been given to know that I do come bearing, that believe it or not, all of you should want that you know this. Because there is a time coming, especially if man does not get it right. And what do I mean by man getting it right? We are the sole cause of all the destruction that shall come. And it shall not be by our hand that this destruction comes, but it shall be our hands that shall try to fix it from happening, which we won't be able to do. Meaning, all the heavens want is that all of us, all men across the face of the earth, to start and become as one. That's all heaven want. You know what becoming as one means? Each one looking out for the other. That's all heaven wants from all of us. That we love one another. The Lord thy God. So he did ask. I don't want to get into God and the Father yet, but just notice that it will come to be this. Trust me. Man can and shall be made to come to justice, that we will all come to love one another. We will be forced to love one another. Meaning, whether or not you love them, you're going to need them. So you're going to fight to keep them alive, and they're going to fight to keep you alive. But we don't want this time to come amongst us. Trust me. Because there's an enemy that is unseen, and no man has a wins against. And it is even the forces of nature that shall begin. But it shall not end with this. There's a time coming, and Biden, yes, all these LGBTQ laws you're passing over America and trying to pass to please the people, you're going to turn heaven's hand against our very country. We don't want that. So you got to reverse all that. If not, there's a curse coming. And it's a curse that we ain't got no wins against. And you ain't got to worry about China or Russia or anybody doing anything to us. Yet we will fall. And fall hard and great we shall. So if you think by passing all these laws you're making America great, no, you tearing us down. Anyway, there's a way that we must start to build here on earth. It is the only way that we shall spare ourselves. For there are many who shall come, not many shall be chosen, though. I hope to change this, but y'all must let me come. So far, I've been given very little, but I'll try to make do with that as soon as possible. I'm trying to make do. I'm trying to make moves now so I could get to certain things that I need in order that I'll be able to start to move and go to certain places that I know I need to go. Because most of you leaders of the nations, you are all idiots. For how could you not see? Well, you know what? I know you can't see it because you choose not to walk with it. And that is heaven's truth. Because when you learn to walk by heaven's truth, you will see that there is a way that all things are made right by. And the Lord thy God did come and show us this way. But yes, even you that go by the books, the scriptures, and I told you that all your books have been tampered with, yet the truth is in all of them, for the truth cannot be tampered with. And this is truth that I tell you. So that where it's written like, God so loved the world, I tell you no. But what should be written and what is true is that the Father so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that any who shall believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. In so little words, this is what the scripture should read. For it is not God who created everything, but it's the Father whom God is the only begotten of that did. And I heard you all say about the roads to God. Yeah, there are many roads to God. I heard somebody curse somebody and say, oh, they a fool for saying that. No, this is truth. There are many roads to God. But God is the only road to the kingdom of the Father, to the kingdom of heaven. He is the door to that kingdom. God is. And he is the only one who is. This is why you know there's only but one who is God. So for all of you that say, oh, this is God and this is God and the prophets were God, no, they weren't. The prophets didn't know all. The prophets don't even know all that I know, but I know all that they know. And I know more. Anyway, love you all, and I just want you all to know that hopefully I shall be made to come before heaven's hand shall be made to come. And heaven's hand is coming. It's already here. It's showing itself. Y'all better wake up and look around you. They got two brothers here on YouTube called The Two Preachers. They cover a variety of things that's happening now all across the world. And all you places that I warned you of, you know you're getting hit. You know heaven is coming. So even America, you know it. Why do you all fight it? You the evil ones. You want to keep your ways that much? Well, listen. Providing a lot of things man has made sin that is not sin. Like concerning you may drink and smoke. That's not a sin. But be careful what you take inside of you. For if it does cause you to sin, you will be punished. You understand? So it's not that which you take inside that defileth thee, but that which comes out. As the Lord thy God did say. Y'all need to know what that truly means. And what it means is what I just said it meant. Should I repeat it? Nah, I think not. I have something else to let you know of. And that is the tree concerning which man was told not to touch in the beginning. And they say it was an apple tree. Oh, what a lie. Muslims say it was the woman's vagina. Oh, what a lie. For an apple, come on, every man eats that. That's a fruit from a tree. Man tried to twist the story of the beginning and relate it to that apple. Unbeknownst to me. I don't even care to partake why, but I'll tell you it is not true. The Muslims try to tell you it was the woman's vagina, but nah, man, that's what woman was made for. They were made to have union and reproduce. And that's the only way that man and woman ever reproduce by. And you got some that try to tell you, oh, well, you know, when man was first made, he was man and woman. Oh, no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. God formed, just like he formed man from the dust of the earth. He took the greatest thing that man had concerning his flesh, and that is your heart. Through the rib of man did the Father take and go through your rib on any side, and you're going to reach your heart. And it was from the heart that she was taken and formed from. Formed for you by he who is the Father, who have made all things. So y'all need to know this too. But no greater than anything that tree, it is described of in all the books, and in all the books it's described of the same. Now, in the beginning they tell you, oh, eat thereof, and some say touch thereof. But all of them describe the tree as it was dazzling to the eye and it was good for food. I want y'all to look at that. Dazzling to the eye. That means this tree was so beautiful, so gorgeous, that it kept your eye wanting to look at it. And there's a tree described in the scriptures, but let me get back because I'm trying to hurry before this cuts off for me. This tree, it was good for food. Didn't say that it had good fruit or had good food. All the descriptions it said it was good for food. Now let's take a look at that. What is something that's dazzling to the eye and is good for food? Well, the only thing that I could think of is fire. For if you could remember the first time you ever saw fire, your eye was pulled to it, attracted to it. You couldn't stop looking at it because it was dazzling to your eye. And then it says it was good for food. Let's look at fire. It's about the only thing that fits that description, because fire is good for all foods. You take any food, any plant, any herb, any meat, and you put that fire to it, and it makes the food good. Good enough for you to consume and eat. Yes, fire does that, the only thing. Now let's look at the story of Moses. He was the only man in recorded history to stumble across that tree that was in the midst of the garden that man was told not to touch. And that's Moses. You know what he stumbled across? That burning bush. And when he stumbled across it, the Father told him, hold up, wait, take off your shoes, for this here is holy ground. You know what made that ground holy? For it is the very spot where man fell from the grace. of the Father. Anyway, like I said, there's so much that you, a religion, need to know and learn. And yet, I haven't really come, but I know when I come, y'all gonna all attempt to teach me. And there's nothing you can teach me. But I have come to teach, to wake all of you up, that you may know heaven's truth, to know the truth of God, the truth of the Father, whom God is the only begotten of, and God created nothing. But God is that only door, the only way unto that kingdom of the Father.